My wardrobe isn't working. Well, the wardrobe itself is, but it's what's inside that isn't. So in this new series, I'm going to make a capsule wardrobe and you can follow along with me. Hello, happy Sunday. How was your week? Let me know in the comments below. And why is your wardrobe not working, I hear you ask? Well, let me tell you. In my wardrobe, I've got lots of clothes, things that I've made over the years, things that I've bought, thrifted, things that I've got for special occasions, and I find myself not wearing any of it. I stick to a uniform of tees, shorts, casual wear, and very often a printed shirt. And everything that is in this wardrobe does mean a lot to me. It's things that I've made for special occasions, things that have helped me elevate my skills as a sewist, but I'm just not reaching for any of it. So that's why I'm going to make a capsule wardrobe of things that I know that I want to wear and things that can go together. I'm not going to get rid of anything. I might donate some of it. I've got other storage areas in the house that I can put some stuff like suits and coats. But I want to challenge myself to making a mini collection that I know I will love and wear and get a lot of use out of. So today's video is all going to be around the planning and some ideas that I have and making a list of the things that I want to make. And then over the series, we're going to create those looks, whether I'm using patterns, commercial patterns, whether I'm self-drafting, and you can follow along as we look for fabric, for inspiration, and create my very own capsule wardrobe. So let's talk about what I want in my capsule wardrobe. Now, unfortunately, we are getting to the colder months, so I know I want to make a couple of jumpers or sweatshirts. Maybe in a few different colours, playing around with block colours as well. So definitely a couple of jumpers. Then thinking about the jumpers as well, I'd like to make a hoodie and to go with that hoodie, a pair of joggers, because I do like being comfy and I don't mind athleisure if it's done well. So I really want to make an elevated kind of cord set of a hoodie and some joggers. Now, I do also live in casual shorts. I might not go to the gym all the time, but I do like wearing gym shorts. So I'm going to throw in a couple of casual shorts as well. Maybe in a few colours, maybe some fun colours as well. Then I'm going to need a couple of t-shirts. Now, I've got loads of t-shirts that I've bought over the years and I don't really like how a lot of commercial high street t-shirts fit. I'm quite broad, and if I go for an extra large, because I do like my t-shirts to be baggy, then I always find it's too long in the body. So I want to perfect the perfect pattern for a boxy t-shirt that I can make quite a few of. I then would like to make a couple of shirts, so maybe a long sleeve shacket style, maybe using the painter's shirt, and some short sleeves as well that I can kind of layer with t-shirts and other things. I think I'll need a few pairs of trousers, maybe a jean denim pant that I can dress up and dress down, and then maybe specifically a formal pair of trousers as well that I can wear to events, but are kind of fun and cool. I'll have to think about the design features of that. And then I'd like to make a outerwear piece. So potentially a denim jacket or a coat of some form, again, that I can layer onto outfits, and again, potentially play with some colour and design features there. And I think that might be it. It sounds like a lot. It probably is, but I think I need that amount of pieces to go in my capsule wardrobe that I can mix and match and wear together. So that's what we're going to make. But most importantly, let's talk colour palette inspiration, and potentially some patterns that I want to make. First off is black. I think this is going to be a capsule staple. I wear a lot of it, and I think it will go with other colours as well. I think we'll play around with texture as well, so probably a lot of jersey, a lot of sweatshirt fabric, but we can have some fun and see what other fabric that we can get in black. Next off will be a lighter colour. Now, I don't want to go bright white. I'm thinking more of an ecru, a cream, a natural kind of canvas calico type fabric that has some texture again, just to give it a bit of interest. I don't necessarily want it to be stark white. And then for our core final fabric, I think we need to go with the denim. I'm not quite sure if I want to go with a black denim or a dark denim or even maybe a wash denim. We're not sure, but I think we need a denim in there again for texture and just a bit of contrast. Now onto the pops of colour. I don't wear a lot of red, but I think I want to add red into the mix. I think it's going to be bright enough to be a fun colour that we can play with in terms of some detail, whether that's piping. And yeah, I'm just really excited about wearing red. So first colour on the board. The next is blue, and I specifically want to go with kind of a royal bright blue. So not a dark navy, not kind of a baby blue. I want it to be a deep royal blue that will contrast nicely with the red. And the last colour, mustard, yellow ochre, this sort of colour. Not a bright summer yellow. I think it needs to be quite muted, and I think this will work going into the winter months as well. And I think this is the colour palette that we're going to go with. So play around with a lot of kind of the core black, off-white, maybe the denim, and then add some of the pops of colour into that as well. I would like to make the hoodie and jogger co-ord set out of this kind of blue as well. So I've already started getting a few ideas. So I've been collecting reference images over on my Pinterest board, and here's a few things that I really like. So I really want to play around with top stitching. I think it's a really great way to add detail to simple silhouettes, and also utility too. So playing with pockets, hardware, adding in some zips just for the sake of it. Yeah, definitely utility vibes. I also want to play around with different fabrics in the same colour as well. So maybe some patchwork I think could look really cool. I like monochrome. You can see there's kind of like a theme coming up here as well. Definitely boxy, slightly oversized, but I really like the play of formal and casual. And I think this is where my new obsession from red came from, because I really love this co-ord set in the bright red. Thinking about fabric as well, I do want to add in a stripe. I think maybe navy and the ecru colour, maybe a long sleeve top, I'm not sure, but definitely inspired by some Japanese streetwear. And then finally, this kind of casual smart trouser combo too. Hopefully you can see the collection coming together. Certainly inspired by that Japanese streetwear, workwear vibe, athleisure, boxy fits, but I do want to add some tailoring and formal elements into the collection as well. I'm super inspired by this colour palette. I'm going to keep it on the board to see if I get any more ideas of stuff that I want to make. By no means what we've talked today in this planning video is the final collection. I want to hear from you in terms of your ideas that I could add to this, and I certainly want to be adding pieces as the year goes on as well. But I want to leave you with a couple of patterns, or at least things that I think I might add into the collection. The first one being the Ranger jacket by Happily Dressed. I've made this before, absolutely loved it. I think that has to go in the collection. I definitely want to make myself another pair of Rowan trousers by Emporia Patterns. I just love the fit of those. I think they hit the vibe of this capsule collection perfectly. There's a Vicky So's Nuala jumper that I think would be great for doing some colour block work in kind of a sweatshirt vibe. I really like a lot of Vicky So's jumpers as well because they're oversized. I think there's an oversized hoodie that I think I might go for. And obviously my patterns. So I think I might have to make the painter's pants and potentially another shacket as well. So I hope you enjoyed the planning video of my capsule wardrobe, and stay tuned for next time where we can go fabric shopping and potentially start making.